the numbers,
Yeah.
to see the real struggles and
Yeah.
the real wins these couples experience.
Right.
Ever think about how, like, love and commitment
Mm-hmm.
can be shaped by the bigger picture?
Oh, yeah.
Like the systems we live in.
Absolutely.
That's what we're going to unpack.
I like it. Yeah, I think a lot of times we miss that piece.
Yeah.
You know, we focus on the individual choices, but we forget
Right.
about the historical and societal context.
Exactly. So let's start with something
Yeah.
that affects every single one of us.
Mm-hmm.
Money finances.
Right. Big one.
The economy.
Yeah.
We all know.
Absolutely.
Money problems can really stress out a relationship.
For sure.
But, and this might surprise you,
Yeah.
that financial strain
Yeah.
is amplified
Yeah.
in Black communities.
And that really comes down to this kind of harsh reality, you know? Like generations of systemic inequalities have led to a huge racial wealth gap.
Okay.
Imagine trying to build a life together, but you're starting
Yeah.
with way less financial security.
Right.
Black families are more likely to experience
Oh, wow.
job discrimination,
Yeah.
which limits how much they can earn.
Right.
They run into roadblocks trying to buy homes because of discriminatory lending practices and housing policies.
Right.
They miss out on building wealth through property ownership.
It's almost like playing a game.
It is.
With a totally different rule book.
Absolutely. And it doesn't stop there.
It doesn't stop there.
We can't talk about Black marriages without addressing the big one, you know?
Right.
Systemic racism.
Okay.
This isn't just about individual prejudice.
Right.
It's about systems that are baked in.
Wow.
Creating barriers for Black people in every area of life, including marriage.
Okay, so give me an example.
Sure. Look at the disproportionate incarceration of Black men.
Right.
It's fueled by policies like the war on drugs.
Okay.
It's devastated Black families.
Wow.
Imagine the pressure on a marriage when one partner faces a much higher risk of going to prison, leaving the other
to
handle parenting and finances alone.
Alone.
And the trauma from those separations, that can echo through generations, affecting trust, stability, and communication in relationships.
That's a lot to deal with.
It is.
And then there's this idea of intersectionality.
Right.
It's how race, class, and gender all kind of like move together.
It's like a braid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To create totally unique experiences. And this is huge, especially for Black women in marriages.
Well, yeah, think about it. Black women are often expected to be the primary breadwinner.
Wow.
Because of those economic disparities.
Right.
But at the same time, they might face traditional gender roles within their relationships.
Okay.
So it's this balancing act between societal pressures and family dynamics.
So it's like facing challenges from the outside world and inside the relationship.
Exactly. It's like a double whammy.
Wow.
And it shows us that Black marriages aren't one size fits all.
Okay.
You know, experiences are different depending on things like socioeconomic status, where you live, and individual situations.
Okay, so we've talked about some really tough stuff.
Absolutely.
But in the middle of all this, there's this story of resilience. Despite all the obstacles. Black couples are finding love, building families, creating these lasting bonds. What drives that strength?
Well, one big thing is Black communities have this rich history of kinship networks, strong family ties, and vibrant cultural traditions. These all give a feeling of belonging, support, and shared identity.
Okay.
And that can be like a shield against the pressures of society.
Okay.
Imagine facing discrimination at work, but coming home to a community that understands you. Wow.
And lifts you up.
Powerful.
That shared experience is so strong.
It really shows like the human spirit's ability to adapt and find strength even when things are tough.
And you know what's interesting?
What's that?
We're seeing Black couples reshaping what marriage means in the 21st century.
Wow, how so?
They're challenging those outdated norms and creating new models of partnership that value things like open communication, shared goals, and splitting responsibilities more fairly.
So where does all this leave us?
Well, I think we've learned that Black marriages are deeply affected by economic disparities, systemic racism, and that complex mix of race, class, and gender. But it's not just a story of hardship.
It's also a story of incredible resilience, adaptation, and constantly redefining love and partnership.
It really makes you think.
How can we as a society make things fairer so all couples, no matter their race or background, have the chance to build healthy, thriving relationships? It's time to do more than just acknowledge these challenges. We've got to take real steps to dismantle the systems that keep them going.
I love that. It's a call to action.
It is.
So for everyone listening, think about this. What changes, big or small, can you make in your own world to help build a more just and equitable world for all couples?
I think that's a great place to leave it.
I think so too. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.